Good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show with the US SMARTRobie. Now, of course, many of you would have we are talking about the US market in here. So let's take a look at what we have for the US market. Have you seen so far? Up here, we have the sell-off from last Thursday. You can see, right, the widespread bar with the red pentagon just on top of me here. This is the one that lead to where we see this market pushing down. But right now what we have seen is the US market, which is the focus of this morning's SMARTRobie, will continue to sort of trend down a bit, but more on distributing to the left hand side in here. So for those of you who are listening right now, do share and like this video so more people can join. The US market is definitely one area that you want to be looking at and definitely giving you more the kind of return. So let's switch to a wider chart here and we look into a 3-month. Okay, let's hit this again. And you can see from a 3-month chart, the chart certainly has been going up in a very nice trend, but finally meeting the huge red pentagon in here. But remember, month of March and April, okay, tend to be still on the bullish side, but a lot of this going to be dependent on the news. So for today's sharing on the US market, we have the US market breaking down right now. So you can see it is distributing right at the top here, which is after turning new high. So it has to distribute a bit more before turning new high. It has been red pentagon for the last 2 bars, S&P 500 as well as the red pentagon. We will review some of the stage 2 share that has done pretty well. 2 weeks ago we've seen some of the energy sectors, but the Robi FA stock, we also look at those that have paid pretty good decent dividend, and all these are powered by Pentagon Guider, following the smart money in here, which is the news that actually drive the US market so far in here is that the inflation and also the payroll, right? Inflation keep going up, which is my next slide. It's going to be happening in here. So bad things don't happen in April. All right. Remember last Friday the market did rebound back. You can see the chart here, right? Despite the sell-off, there was a bar bounce back, but of course it has to take a pause in here. So after the job numbers came out, wasn't that really bad, and then the market really rebounded back. And I think going forward there's a lot of optimistic going in here, as you can see on the US sector, right? So if you look from the US sector, we have energy still leading. After the last 3 months, it's up 16%, XLC 15%, SLI, XLK, and XLK is a technology stock. Nasdaq is up 11%. Now, why do we flash this week to week? Is to tell you the continuous way of trading. Like those of you who came for my course on the US market and crypto, we did talk a bit on the ETF. This is one of the benefits that you can actually invest on the ETF and ride on the nice trend that we've seen so far. Not many people are utilizing it. They are still continue to look into the Malaysian market, and as a result, many of the performance suffered. If you are like any of our members who have done pretty well, which I'll share with you on, I think one of the key things is really follow some of the trade idea we talk in this show, then you're able to make much better return in here. Another way to improve your investing result going forward. So you can see from here some of the other sectors like the industrials, the XLP, which is the staple food, right, and the XLV is the healthcare, hasn't been lagging, right? So let's take a look at the year to date. So year to date, you can see also from here still trending up. Energy, pretty much of the last 3 months plus this week in August, has been up almost 18% in here. Nasdaq up 7%, which is pretty good because we can see the tension on the Middle East between Israel and Iran continue. You have the Red Sea attack, and also there is OPEC fuel cut, which actually drive the energy sector, right? Pretty much dependent on it. On the US stock sector, you can see XLK just turned red pentagon 1 day ago, right? XLV healthcare and energy has been up 72 days, which is very exceptional. It's been falling a bit. In here you can see Brent crude oil is going to go up, and that's why we are seeing the government are rolling out targeted subsidies very soon with the PADU finalizing those change in here. And if you have not registered for PADU, I hope you have done so. I do hope that some of you may benefit from the rollout of subsidies, because they're going to be raising petrol prices very soon. You can see, energy sectors in here has gone up by almost, I think I don't have it in here, but definitely we can look at the VSA 360, which will do it on Friday, but it's up for 72 bars. That's definitely very, very strong in here. Now, what's driving pretty much of the US market is the continuing perception of interest rate, which is driven by inflation, which I'll show you every 2 weeks. In this breakfast show in here, you can see the annual inflation started to roll down back to around 3.1, stabilizing that. But the US Federal Reserve is still fixation on the 2% inflation rate here. You can see the interest rate stays stably high. They have to cut interest rate, but right now it's not in here. Looking at the Dow Jones, we have seen also the market started to turn down. On top of me here, you can see started to turn down, red Pentagon in here, but you have a nice 2-bar reversal holding up. Did test the 40,000 and pull back, so it's going to sort of range bound this way in here. March seasonality is still up. April looking forward to. It's likely to be distributing right now hovering between the stage 1 reaccumulation at this junction here, just short of the 39,000 in here. Look for SOS. We did have spring, we did have test this morning in here, and maybe this higher week where most people are away, the market's gonna retest back up on the upside. On the technology leaded Nasdaq broke through a similar story, 18,600, supported just above the 1800 in here. Lots of support in here. Look for sign of strength. And then trend still pointing downwards, and then we have the S&P 500, some of the top heavy market cap, break through the 5,300 in here, coming back to retest back this 5,002, which is a 100-point move, and that's where we see likelihood more upthrust and retest back to the 5,200. Now on the stage 2 shares last week, I just want to show you here, all the oil and gas has done pretty well. So you can see from here, okay, let's look at Conoco, COP, hit that and look at the chart. Let's do it one more time. Okay, look at the stock chart here. 133. So you can see 123 2 weeks ago. You can see this is where the path is just going straight up, right? That's why we saw that 17%. So you will always notice when you want to look at the US market, always go by the sectors, which I explained again already in our courses. So you understand the courses, then those of you who remember who came, the sector is very important to know where we are, and pretty much how the thematic of the SmartRobie, the way we design it, is also similar to the Malaysian market in here. So you can also look at GE, General Electric, hit that one, stock chart. And it's a straight right up, or with a big drop. I think they miss earnings in here. Okay, and that's the market continue to push up in here. So red Pentagon, you need to be out. This was a big move on the downside. Let me just check the chart for GE. Okay, General Electric. General GE. GE, General Electric. Apparently there you go, General Electric. No, not this one. This is the BVC. For some reason I can't find it on the Nasdaq. I got General Electric US dollar here. Something just not right. Okay, then I'll come back and look. Let's just push on the stock. Not Philippines. Oh, I was looking under Philippines, was it? GE, there was Switzerland. Then I have to switch to US country. I got to switch to US market. Yeah, GE Aerospace. There you go. So I need to do the adjustment for because there was a dividend adjustment for the General Electric. You can see the chart for it. It's much better in here. So it's gone up in a nice straight line. Can still continue to go up from here onwards. because previously about 180, they've done the stock adjustment in here. So this morning it's been up, and if you notice a lot of the stocks, let's look at Caterpillar, right, which is the stage 2 shares. So you can see definitely a different trend going out with the US stock compared to the Malaysian stocks in here, right? A lot of them are driven by the strong economy that we see. There you can see straight up stage 2 shares. That's the kind of stocks you want to be, looking at. All right, let's move on to next is this week. You can check it out from our SmartRobie here. Go to back main menu, ST2 daily shares, which is the stage 2 shares. 8th of April, we got RTX, also another up. Exxon also up to EOD. Westlake. Westlake actually is run by a Asian migrant. Quite interesting story. You should check out Westlake Chemical Corporation. Gold, gold continue to do very strong, and also energy sectors. All right. Next we have is our breakfast, our daily newsletter for the KLSE. So check it out if you have not done so. I think that's great. And a service for our Muslim friend is the Sharia US shares. Go over to wahid.com, and there is an Excel spreadsheet that you can pick it up from here that tells you some of those shares which are Sharia compliance. So you are able to buy some of these shares in your benefit in here. So the for the beginners who want to look at the FA stocks, we do have the 25th March, Airbnb and Cisco. Cisco only pay a dividend, but Airbnb doesn't pay one. So you can see from here, Airbnb was going up, but we know the market turned, has a red pentagon back down to 160. Also similar picture with Cisco, also have red pentagon, market retracting. Only those, like I talk about, the energy sectors, the gold sectors, the defense, are doing very well, aerospace. So this week we have the 8th of April, we have Dell Computers pay a 2.5% dividend, and Hershey. Let's take a look at the chart, and you can see Dell was doing well due to the NVIDIA data center buying a lot of them. You can see green pentagon going up, but leading to a little bit of a weakness right now we see on the chart here. Next we have Hershey chocolate. We all know Hershey chocolate, very famous. Whenever you go to the airport, you'll see those in here, still in the range bound sideways market in here, resistant at $200 in here. Now remember, US, you can always get the fractional investing and also trade with it. So our Pentagon guider giving it the green signal and red signal for up and down. Now set it up such a way in your watch list that you're notified of your favorite stocks, and then you're able to get straight ahead in here. Up and down signal for our green and red pentagon. Also set it up on your mobile notification that you can get it every night and every morning once you have this in here. All right, so that's all we have for this breakfast show. Don't forget to open up an account with USmart using the code NYVJPA with our co-partner in here, and you're able to get the 400 credit from SmartRobie. You have not done so, right? In summary, US market continue to go up. I think we're already up. You can see energy sectors almost 17-18%. The Nasdaq is up on about 11-12%, right? So with the hope of rate cuts, but at the same time, US is still talking a lot about holding that rate cuts, keeping it constant, and that's also keeping that market sort of unbalanced, moving sideways in here. The Robie FA stocks, no doubt, the two stocks we've seen has pulled back a bit, but they do pay some dividend. Check it out every day on your SmartRobie FA listing in here. All right. With that, also one of the things we also want to share with you is the success of our member, our premium member, who continue to do well. Many of them extended their knowledge into cryptocurrency. We have seen you can go long and short in here, and the CV2, you can see they're up about 37%. So one of the things I'm doing for our member after we started with the cryptocurrency is the US stock trade idea that we do every Monday night. So tonight it's another night we'll be doing it in here. You can see Apple has a green pentagon. We actually got into it. ITRI, we exited one of the stocks, so check it out on our member session notice board, right? One of those stocks in here. And CV3, that's really part of the CV3 to enable our member to share and move forward, that they can able to do it. All right, so get your need assessment here. Check out our website. Here's some information to find out whether you need the kind of knowledge that we need. And success is with you, just like our member in the Series 1 and Series 2, right? Don't forget. All right. So smash that YouTube on subscriber button and find out more information that we have. If you're ready, join our premium membership and get access to the stock trade idea that we do for Bursa and US market that you have seen. Many of our members have done pretty well, 7% just in 1 month return. All right, new feature of VSA 360, great review in here. And we are down to the last segment, which is the US stock. If you have any US stock that you want me to look at, feel free to pencil those in them. I'm happy to look into that. But remember, US will continue to stay strong going forward in here. All right, use the SmartRobie into your advantage. If there's nothing else, I'll see you. Have a good celebration of Hari Raya. All right, drive carefully. Those of you going back to hometown, if you're going for holiday, be safe. And for those who are celebrating, don't eat so much. Keep some. When you come back, you want to see more trading. So that's it. Selamat Berhari Raya, selamat berpuasa. And I think we're back maybe on Friday. Yes, Friday. All right, Friday for breakfast show again. But we won't be doing anything on Wednesday night for live FB. And don't forget, next Wednesday will be our Warren Wednesday. Another Warren shout out for many of you who came. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.